Hey everybody, long time no YouTube. I'm so sorry.
I've been really busy with choir.
I wanted to give an update today on my Plexus journey because it's been since week 2 and I'm almost on week 8, which it feels like it's been longer than that. But anyway, I'm going to give an update on the products that I'm still taking and the product that I've added. I think the last time I got on here, I had ordered the protein powder. I'm still doing that. I'm going to go through everything. I thought it'd be more fun to be more active in it and not just like sitting at my desk rambling. I was going to kind of walk through what all I'm taking, the order of them, what it kind of does. I still am learning how to explain those things. I have resources where I can pull from it, but off the top of my head, it's a little difficult. I kind of have done this on my Instagram stories to like introduce that I'm taking these products and not be like in everybody's face about like join with me or buy from me or whatever. So I've been subtly trying to like sneak it in on Instagram, and recently I did like a whole day where I was like, okay, this is the first thing I'm taking, now I'm taking this and this and this, and like what they do for me. So actually, literally the first thing that I take every morning is my thyroid supplements, which are upstairs in the bed. Those are the very first pills that I take in the morning, are thyroid supplements. It's the Naturally Terry brand. I've loved them. Like I was taking, I think it was Synthroid, and that was like a little bitty tiny hormone pill that was like giving me just enough boost of like what my hypothyroid wasn't doing for my hormones. It was like making up for that. But then I found the Naturally Terry stuff at a local health food store, and the lady has Hashimoto's and had described it to me and was like, this stuff changed her life. Like she got off of hers. I haven't had blood work done to know if I need to be on Synthroid. I probably should, but like I've said in my other videos, I'm not trying to get pregnant and I'm not pregnant right now, so it's not that important and I feel fine. Like you can tell, like I've been through it enough, it's been long enough to where I know when my stuff is messed up, and right now that it's not one of those periods right now. So I wasn't meaning to turn this into thyroid talk, so back to Plexus. After that, like I'll get up. It's weird that it's only been like 8 weeks. It feels like it's been longer, but in the same sense, I have to remind myself that I've been sticking to these changes that I've made that I don't even know if they're like considered changes anymore, because I feel like it's just like part of my life. Like I've been getting up early every day, going and walking, spending time with God, doing a workout. It kind of depends. Sometimes Mia wakes up in the middle of some of those things that I just listed. Sometimes she'll sleep through it and then I can get my workout in before she wakes up. Most of the time she's getting up right when I'm like finishing my quiet time, like whatever devotional I'm working on at the time. So I'll have to like kind of get her settled in a spot, like get her breakfast and all that. And sometimes my workout gets pushed back a little bit later than I want it to, but as long as it gets done, I'm fine with that. So when I get back from my walk in the mornings, I will have a cup of coffee and like a kashi bar or something like that. Then I try to space out my thyroid supplement from the next round of supplements that I take and drink a lot of water in between then. So the next ones, which is usually around like 8 o'clock, I take is my ProBio, which I've had to like switch this up recently and I'll explain why. So the ProBio it says restores balance, helps keep intestinal yeast in balance, helps support a healthy intestinal tract, supports healthy digestion. Just what balances the yeast in your stomach. You guys have probably seen like everybody with the whole kombucha drinks. That's kind of like a smaller version of this stuff. This stuff is like the legit, like, I'm not getting into it, but just do your research. It's on Google. You can find out information on Plexus's website. It's all available. I'm not getting on here to teach about it. I'm just kind of saying like, this is what I'm doing and what it does for me. These two like go hand in hand, the ProBio with the Bio Cleanse. I know like when I first started all of this, it was like a whole other language, and I understand it a lot more now because like my sponsor person was like, do you want da 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 da? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Just, I don't know. So everybody starts out, because like I took for a whole month what is considered triplex. Like there's the 3, this was the packet that I got when I joined. Sometimes there's like deals going on. There was one recently where it was $10 off if you joined for like through a certain amount of days or something like that. And you get these 3 things. Your body may detox. I have talked about that on my other videos. I have a whole playlist called, I think it's called Plexus. It might be my Plexus journey. But I have a whole playlist where I'm talking about the first one, the reason why I started doing this. I gave an update about a week in, and then a 2-week update when I added another product. I'll get into that in just a second. Okay, so that was ProBio. That's the next round of things that I take. Before you either eat like a big meal, like breakfast or lunch, kind of depending on your schedule. Everybody's different with all of this. You just kind of have to figure out what works for you. The Slim drink is the pink drink that everybody talks about, the pink drink. It is what like controls your hunger, and there's like a lot of fibers in these, so they want you to take it. When I started, I was doing it before lunch, and now I'm doing it before breakfast because I'm doing it somewhere around like 8:30, depending on when Mia wakes up, and having it right before my workout so that I can eat breakfast right after my workout, because the main thing is 30 minutes to an hour before you eat to get all of those fibers in you. And then it like really, like, I can't even explain how much it controls like a sweet tooth. Like if you're somebody that every night, because I remember like when I was pregnant, it was like, whatever, I don't care, I'm gonna gain weight either way, like I can get away with this. And we would have dessert like every night. I had ice cream all the time. I just went crazy. Like I didn't care. And it's hard to like bounce back from that and like teach yourself like that's not normal, like you should have cake like at a birthday party, but it's not something that you have every day. And that's like the thing I talked about, like the Kashi bars. I was kind of doing some research. They have 5 grams of sugar in them, and it's just something to put in my stomach after I walked before my workout, so that I'm not like working out on just water in my stomach. This stuff, like, I don't even think about sweets at all, like during the day. Like I probably like upped my salt, if anything, because I'm like, I just don't want anything sweet. It's really weird because like for so long, even like after I had Mia, for so long it was like, oh, we've got to have dessert. But, like you don't, or you can like make up for it and have like fruit or something. But I just don't want to be that household that has like snack cakes all the time and candy bars and all that. Like that's just not where I want to go with my life. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, okay, so, and another one, I don't want to like teach my child that it's normal. Like never mind. I'm not gonna get into that today. Okay, so there's a lot of things that this benefits, and like I said, I'm not good with the whole spiels just yet. I've seen other people say this is all they need for energy during the day, and it does like give you, like I admit that, but I like coffee, so I have coffee in the morning. I haven't tried not to go without it just because I like it so much, and I thankfully have seen somebody recently who's in like the whole Plexus world, and she's like, I still have coffee every day. So I'm like, thank you, because a lot of them are like, I don't need it now because I have this, but I'm like, I still like it and I still want to have it. So I haven't gotten there yet. I did switch creamers. I'm going to get into that in a minute when I go from the Slim stuff. I have switched to taking it before breakfast. My breakfast now, if I work out, I did not today so that I could like get ready to do all of this because I don't like getting on here and looking a mess. So I didn't work out today, and that is okay. I'm not going to gain 5 pounds from missing one day of working out. I'm going to try to like be more active with Mia later. We might go on a walk around the neighborhood or something, but it's okay. It really is, and I understand that now, whereas like when I was a teenager or something, I'd be like beating myself up, but it's okay to miss a day. It really is. Okay, so the days that I work out and all that, this is my breakfast. It is the lean chocolate mocha. So Plexus has I think it's called P96 whey protein. I don't do whey protein. This is plant-based. It literally says plant-based protein. I think it's vegetarian meal replacement. I have another video explaining this, but just as like a quick how I feel about it, it doesn't taste that great. It's just you gotta kind of push through it. Now I'm like so used to it that like after I work out, it's like that episode of The Office where Jim like reboots his computer and gives Dwight a Tic Tac every time, and then like once his computer reboots, he's like, I have a bad taste in my mouth. Now when I work out, I'm like, where's my smoothie? Just shake drink thing. I do notice, like, I'm not gonna get on here and like flex and be like, look at my muscles. I do feel stronger, and I've never like drank protein drinks before and all that, and like I've never felt any different from them until this stuff. Like, oh my goodness, even like if you get past the taste of it, I don't really care for it. I know some people are like, oh, it tastes great, but it's just not my favorite. Maybe because like the other ones that I've had, I'll do like vanilla and mix it with like, I don't know, something like it's more versatile to have vanilla, and this is just chocolate, but it's good with like banana. I think I've done it once with peanut butter. I wouldn't suggest, that's a lot of calories. I just skipped something and I forgot, so I'm gonna go back to Slim. I have added a product that may be a little bit controversial, not really, but kind of. Like there's room here for, if I had real trolls, people to be like, what are you doing? So I have added accelerator to my intake of these products because, so the first month, and this whole time I've been trying not to like make the scale like a god of any of this. So the first month I was curious to how much like in the detox process was like I was losing in that. Okay, I got cut off because my storage was full. Accelerator because I went through that first month of the detox and just my body getting adjusted to all of this, and I did feel like really great about that. My weight loss was very steady, and I was glad. I was like, oh gosh, if I lose like 10 pounds in 2 weeks, like people are gonna be like, you're gonna gain it all back. So it was a very steady, it was like 6 pounds over a month. Maybe 5 weeks, probably 5 weeks. I was like, okay, I want to add something that pushes it a little bit more than what, because I've added exercise, I've changed a lot of eating habits, and I was just curious to what was being offered for like more weight loss, because like a lot of the Triplex, I think people think is just for weight loss, but it's for a lot of things. And some people do it to gain weight. It's more about just getting your body in a state of being ready for whatever you're trying to do. And for me, that is losing weight and also like getting more energy and getting my thyroid in a good place and all that, just a lot of things. I do think that you have to take care of yourself to be able to take care of everybody else. Like if you're constantly giving and not pouring into yourself, like, oh my goodness. So I'm doing this as like something for myself, and I wanted to take it a little bit further, not in a crazy extreme way of like, oh, I'm going to be bulimic now. But I just like got on my little part of the website where I order everything and just looked at the weight loss things. There's 3 pills that you can choose from. One is called Block, that is for people who eat a lot of carbs and a lot of sugar. The things that I've cut out and successfully cut out, like, I mean, I'm not perfect, like, but it hasn't been an issue. Like, we haven't had pasta in forever. And when I used to make it like once a week because it's cheap, like we've just had to figure out something else. Carbs and sugar have not exactly been anything. I know that like I don't know. I know there's sugar in everything, so you can't completely cut it out. But I've cut down compared to what I was consuming. So that was not an issue. But Block takes, if you're a big carb and sugar eater, it breaks it down a lot better for you so that your body's not clinging to that. And that wasn't, I just didn't feel like I needed that. There is also Boost. Boost is even more of a hunger suppressant for people that have the issue of all day eating. I used to be like that when I was working in an office and Onan would stock a kitchen, you know, stock a kitchen full of snacks and candy, and like they didn't force it down our throats or anything, but it was hard to like sit at a computer all day and get like, your brain is like, hey, I'm hungry, but you're not really hungry, you're bored or thirsty. And I would go and eat all day long, and I think that had a lot to do with the weight that I'd put on. And now it's the complete opposite. Not that there's not food at my house, but when you have a toddler that you're chasing around all day and making sure that they have food, because her appetite is like she's on 10 boost pills because she's constantly like snack, snack, snack. And I'm pouring into her so much that I forget to eat. Like, honestly, it'll like, I could eat a breakfast at like 8 a.m. like if I make myself breakfast, and I could go into like 2 p.m. and not even think about food. So that was where I was like, okay, definitely don't need that. And then Accelerator is a metabolism booster, and I was like, well, that's what I need, because that's how, like, I felt like when I was like 19, my metabolism was like constantly running, versus now where it's like definitely has slowed down. And I do think it has a lot to do with my thyroid, but just like where my life is right now, this made most sense. I'm not trying to like be crazy or extreme or anything. The suggested use here, you're supposed to take it with your Slim. They counter each other. It's kind of funny. They almost contradict each other, because this one controls hunger and this one boosts your metabolism, which has made me quite hungry to where I'm actually like snacking with Mia, but we're doing like healthier snacks. So they almost like, they balance each other out, but you could look at it like they do kind of contradict each other. But you're supposed to take, the recommended is 1 to 2 tablets. It's a 60 capsule bottle with this, and it says, like, because you're not really supposed to eat, or you're supposed to have it right before you eat. This says you may want to eat a snack with it, is basically what the bottle says. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to do 1 pill. And it did, like, I can definitely tell, like, I was like hungry. And especially like right before dinner, it's weird, because normally like I just like make dinner and I'm like, whatever, because like you see like on Food Network, people will like snack while they eat, and I'm like, are you not patient enough to just wait? And now I'm like, I have to eat a snack before I make dinner. And it's really weird. But I yesterday was like, because I think it's been about 2 weeks that I've been on this stuff. Yesterday I was like, I'm just gonna see how 2 pills go. Never again am I taking 2. I was really stupid about it, and like had at 7, I had my cup of coffee and the Kashi bar, and it was almost 9 o'clock because Mia had gotten up, all that. It was almost 9 o'clock, and I had not consumed anything else. I had not worked out yet. So I was like, okay, I'll take 2 with Slim, and I did 2 workouts. I've changed, I'm gonna go into that in a minute. I did 2 workouts, and after the second workout, thought I was gonna throw up. I told my husband, because I knew that I was having this protein drink. I told my husband I almost came in here and just like ate it like it was a pixie stick, because I was like famished and thought I was gonna pass out. And I should have had it like with a snack or something, but the whole rest of the day, like I was looking at the ingredients and I was like, is there caffeine in this? But the whole rest of it, like I do drink coffee, but I do not do well with energy drinks or like really strong espresso drinks, like the little double shot espressos that Starbucks sells in the can. I have one of those before and thought my face was gonna fall off. I just can't do that much caffeine. Like I don't like being shaky. It's like the same, I don't like alcohol in that sense either. I want to be able to be like, have everything under control. So not taking 2 again, but at least I get to see now the balance between 1 and 2 and none, because I'm hoping that like, this is not, that's something I meant to mention too. This is not a long-term product that people take, like bio or triplex and all that. Yes, you can take that forever. You probably should. But this is like a 60 capsule. So kind of 30-day, but really for me, it would be 2 months. And that could be like, I could be done with it by then. Or maybe like get another bottle and just do like every other day or something. But it's not a long term, and they do say like do not take if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. So it's a little more intense, but that was just my body, how I felt, what I thought was the best next step. But like I did say, I have not been watching the scale that much to where I know for sure if I'm like losing a ton. I'm trying not to like make it about weight as much as just like how I'm feeling and all that. And I'm trying to think of like how to put it. I did have somebody at church come up to me recently and was like, I watch your stories on Instagram. You have so much energy. And I was like, what? Like, I've never been classified as someone with a lot of energy because I've always like associated with like snails. So I'm like, I should have used it as like well, you should get practice because then you can have energy, but I'm still not there yet. That's what's so nice about like being a doula is like, I have my Facebook page and I have my listing and doula match and all that, but doulas don't, or they shouldn't just go up to pregnant people and be like, hey, can I be your doula? Like, it's not like that. I just have to wait for people to come. Like, I should be advertising more than I am, but you wait for people to come to you and you interview with them and make sure that it fits. But like sales like this are hard because like the people that are successful in it are reaching out to people regularly and sending messages and stuff like that, and I'm just not there yet. Maybe like years from now I'll watch this and be like, oh, you were so timid, but right now I just feel weird doing it. And I know there's people that, like, somebody that I know's Facebook or Instagram profile literally says, if you're a part of a MLM company, I'm unfriending you. And I saw that recently and was like, there are some haters out there with this stuff, but you just got to go through it. But going to explain too, the workout and the diet changes that we've still been incorporating. So I talked about this on Instagram recently. I've been, since starting all of this, I think I may have even talked about this on one of my way earlier videos, but I've also talked about this other thing, is that we consume a lot of dairy, like a lot of cheese, especially. And if you watch any of my very first like recipes, I put cheese in like everything. And that's like what really gets clogged into your digestion. All of this here gets clogged up literally. And thanks to the Plex, that like got rid of a lot of stuff. But I like in doing the first month, I was like, let's just see how hard it is to not have as much dairy. And I think the last thing that I had like let run out of the refrigerator was a regular coffee creamer, because I said like I have coffee every day, and I had just like a regular coffee creamer that was like hazelnut or something. Once that ran out, our Aldi reopened because they were like remodeling. They have an almond milk creamer. I know there's probably sugar and chemicals and in it, but it was almond milk and not like dairy. And I was like, oh my, $1.99. I remember now. I got a couple of those. I've been going through those. They run out kind of fast. But this one is a really great one. This was on sale at Sprouts. It's the Silk almond milk creamer. I've been really into caramel lately, but this stuff is really great. And you don't get that like bloated feeling, because sometimes with coffee, I know a lot of people are like, coffee makes me tape, but sometimes I think it's the cream that goes in it. Like, some people put a lot of cream in their coffee, and it's like, you need to chill on that. But we have not really done that much dairy. Like, no, sorry. We did order pizza last week, and I made a really weird one, like in the Domino's thing, where I only got sauce, and I got that Parmesan garlic sauce. And then it was like, I made like a Philly cheesesteak type pizza, but I did not put cheese on it. And people were like, why aren't you getting cheese on that? And I was like, it makes my stomach hurt. It like feels like, you know how when you've had Chinese takeout that you know has like MSG in it, and you have like a migraine, like your head hurts and you just like want to throw up and feel better, and you just or like go to bed or something. That's how I've been feeling when I've had dairy. It's really, I don't know. I'm glad though that it's that and not gluten, because I know some people that like the whole gluten-free thing, it's so expensive to do that. I don't know. Thankfully, it doesn't make me sick. Like, maybe humans weren't supposed to like digest as much as we do or consume as much as we do of it. That's just my thought. But we've been doing pretty good with like, I just have like almond milk with the smoothie, almond milk coffee creamer. I've been using a lot of Greek yogurt. We have not had as much dairy. We haven't had as much carbs. We'll still like rice or something. Like, I'm like, come on, let's be realistic here. But we've just been trying to do more fresh fruit and vegetables, have like more fresh stuff on hand so that I'm more motivated to use it. Okay, so I'm going to walk through now, as if this isn't long enough, my workouts that I've been doing. But a big reason that I haven't been filming recipes as much is because I'm like trying a lot of new things. And like, I don't want to like make something and then it'd be gross and it'd be like, well, I just filmed all of that for nothing. So I have tried a few new things that I need to make videos for, and it's just been hard with all of that going on. And I will say that we have cut out, like seriously cut out eating out, and like I haven't had fast food in over a month. So it's just kind of like little, like I've taken like little steps and made them like what's normal now. Like that's just kind of how it feels. It feels like it's been longer than 8 weeks. I didn't realize that it had only been that long, but we'll be able to look back in another 8 weeks, and I'm excited to see where it is then. But let's go check out the workout. Okay, so this is my office space that you guys have seen the other side when I filmed. There's actually, I did a little tour on Instagram where I was showing this room because I put a lot of like work into it and never really showed anybody what it looked like. So I did a little tour of it and I showed how the walls are very bare, and I do know like what I'm gonna do over here. And then this is getting hung up. It's like a 300-pound mirror, not really, but it's really heavy. So Chris is gonna have to hang it up. He said he's still looking for the screws. So yeah, I do have like some weights back here. I don't know if y'all can see those. I have to make sure y'all see those so that it doesn't look like I don't work out. And then the little 5-pound on the floor. So I was gonna show, this is where I also work out, like in this space right here. Normally my dog is somewhere on the floor and Mia is somewhere on the floor with all of her toys. So I have about 3 feet of space to do these videos that I'm about to show you guys. So I have actually switched up my routine this week. Like I kind of ride out. I take this thing that I got from Target, like their little dollar spot. It goes like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's good for a workout plan and a meal plan if you go Monday through Friday, which doesn't always work for me. Recently, like this week, I've switched out my workout. And I'm going to show y'all what I do. But my big thing has been getting up and going walking first thing in the morning. I was doing that, and then every day doing some kind of YouTube video. I'll show you who my go-to is for that. What I'm trying to do now is the days that she goes to school, not do YouTube workouts so that I can like get her ready for school and all that, and adding a video on the days that I do work out. So doing, like I said yesterday, I did 2. One was like 15 minutes and one was like 10. I'll show you the person, that may not sound like a lot to some people, but the person who I follow is really intense. I started watching her from some other channel and then realized she has her own channel and her videos are really great. I'm going to show you guys who she is in just a second. Okay. So I follow Rebecca Louise workouts. She has a little hashtag, I can feel the burn. And oh my goodness, it's like crazy. I always go to her playlists and then try to like find, like if I'm wanting to do abs or arms or something. Why aren't they opening? Okay. She has so many videos and so much stuff. There's ones that like if you only have a few minutes, there's 10 minutes. There's ones with weights. There's a few kickboxing. I love kickboxing, so I've been doing that as like a Saturday thing since it's like something I enjoy doing. I'm trying to find, but her stuff is amazing. She like really pushes beyond what like I ever think I'm capable of doing. So I just really appreciate her stuff so much. Hang on. So I do Rebecca Louise workouts and like I love them so much. What's crazy is like, even though if I do, like the other day I did her standing ab workout, and of course she starts and she's like, okay, we're gonna have weights with this. And so of course you get an arm workout using weights. So you can't just like, there's no videos on here, I do not think, that work just one part of the body. Like almost all of her videos are full body. Like you're somehow getting your heart rate up and working, and she like explains things really well. Like it's always right when I start to like mess up because like I like will start to do it wrong, like the move wrong. And she'll be like, oh, and don't do this instead. And I'm like, how did you know? Like, are you watching me? How do you know that I was going to do that? But and some of her stuff, like I did I've had to like really evaluate a lot of this too, because I've been taking a lot of like before I'm still in the before stages, but before pictures of the whole like plexus journey. And I noticed like my stomach is going down, but I still have like cushion here. And it didn't occur to me like, oh wait, love handles, like I gotta target that. She has a love handle workout that is insane. Like I've done it, it just took twice, and I already noticed a difference. And that was like around the time that I was starting Accelerator, so like it was like really like overtime burning calories. But her stuff on there, like she does moves that I'm like, I did not even know that that was an exercise. Like some of this I think is Kama Sutra, not really, but kind of. Like it's insane, and like you're like it gives me energy throughout the day. And she's just very motivational. She's like very peppy and outgoing, and I just really appreciate her channel. She actually has I think it's an app. It's either an app or like a subscription type thing that you can pay like $4 a month for, and she gives like recipes, and like apparently the workout videos on there are even better than the ones on YouTube. And I haven't made my way through all the YouTube ones, so I think like eventually like I'll go over to that. So yeah, that's like my routine with that. And I'm trying to like space out the actual working out, and like I said, not beating myself up if I miss a day. And with that said, so at the very end of the day, the last pills that I take are BioCleanse, which are still downstairs, which is part of the triplex that I showed. And those like are what like push out all the like, it's like the detox. They're a probiotic. They push out all the bad stuff. And actually like a few weeks ago, I think it was about 3 weeks ago on a Sunday, we went out, and this was like when I was realizing that dairy does not agree with my body anymore. And we went out and got Mexican, and I got nachos that had a lot of cheese on them, and I was like, oh, it'll be okay. It was not okay. I took 4 of the BioCleanse to really like push it out of my body, if you know what I mean. But I've learned how to tweak using it, because like normally I just take 2. But since I had like consumed all of that, I took the 4, because it's a 120 bottle supply every like month that I get that like package. And so you can like take 2 to 4. Those things are like crazy too. Like both those and the ProBio just like really go hand in hand on like getting your body in the state that it needs to be in. So that is where we are for now. I say we all the time, even though I'm just talking about myself, but me and God. I'm still debating whether I show a before and after picture. I did on Instagram, but this is a little different. Do I want to do it? I don't know. It'll be at the end if I do. So yeah, but if you're wondering where I was at the beginning of all of this, my playlist, it is Plexus. I blurred out the E because it's like a cuss word to some people. I don't want to hear about it, but if you want to hear about it and you've listened this much, thank you, and make sure to subscribe. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see, or recipes, or my child who gets the most attention on here. But everybody have a good day.